this part of the program is where we bring out a veteran from our community to recognize him for his service and to acknowledge his community support to our veteran community. And I want to bring up Mr. Rudy Ramirez, a dear friend of mine. Real quick, Rudy's a Liberty graduate, so he's been here for a long time, and he enlisted in the military, and we just want to really spend a minute here acknowledging his service to his country. Thank you, Rudy.
Good morning, everybody. It's nice to see such a big crowd. Evidently, you have somebody in the service, had somebody in the service, or will have somebody in the service. And so I appreciate everybody out here. I've been in Brentwood all my life, 74 years. Graduated in 1967 from Liberty High School. Ended up going to Vietnam with 10 of my classmates that I know right offhand. Dennis Chapman, Mike Shreves, Kenny Shreves, Charlie McCurtain, John Nordell, Andy Garcia. We all seem to have ended up in Vietnam. I also would like to thank the American Legion for having these events so that people can understand what goes on with us. The service, even though you don't know the person in the store walking down the street, you see them wearing a hat, you see them wearing a t-shirt, you see them wearing a vest. We don't even have to say a word to each other. We just glance across the space, we look into each other's eyes, and we give a head nod to acknowledge their service. And it leaves me with a warm feeling to understand that we're all together in this. I want to tell a story about one of my friends, Dennis Chapman. It's amazing because it shows you how small this world is. I had been in Vietnam maybe about 4 months in an engineering unit. We were laying asphalt. I was thinking about my friends who were in Nam at the time. I got to my friend Dennis Chapman, who I had known since kindergarten, and I started thinking, I wonder where Dennis is. As soon as that thought got out of my head, he's yelling my name. He was sitting in the back of a 2.5 truck going up north, and I hear somebody yell, "Rudy Man!" That's what they used to call me in high school, Rudy Man. I knew who it was right away. I said, "Dennis!" So we're yelling to each other what units we were in. The exchange took about 3 minutes. After he left, I was more depressed than I was before I saw him. Thinking I would not see him again because he couldn't get off the 2.5. I couldn't leave my post. I thought, oh, that's it. But no, 2 weeks later, I went into the base camp and he was laying up against a pile of blast rock, and we got together and had a best time as you could in the situation. In fact, I got a call from him this morning. He lives in Oregon now. So I will call him after I get out of here. I also would like to thank all the women. If you had a mother, a daughter, a sister, a niece, women that joined the service were a great help. All the mothers who sacrificed their kids, their daughters, we appreciate them. And I would like to talk about my hero, my father, Pablo Ramirez. He fought in the China-Burma conflict. He was with the Mars unit, who was a unit that ended up being Army Rangers. he saw a lot of awful things. If you read about the Mars unit, you would understand what war is. He came back very quiet, but he was a great man, raised 10 kids, 5 girls, 5 boys. The family has been successful, and we all honor our father, and all my brothers and sisters are here today. I love them very much. I'm so happy that they didn't give up on me, because some of us had some issues when we came back. They hung on, and they believed in me, and they loved me, and helped me through this, and I believe I'm on the better path. So I thank all my brothers and sisters, and I thank you all again for coming, and I hope if you have military members, I hope they all come back safely, and remember, and don't give up hope, America's the best. The best. And I would like to say, before I went to Vietnam, the American flag was the American flag. So what? Well, when I went to Vietnam, and wherever I went, to see the American flag flying at the highest peak of any air base, any place, just gave me goosebumps. Even now to this day, when I drive down the street and I see a construction going on and they're flying the American flag high and proud, I get chills. I hope that everybody feels that way, and anytime that you have a chance to vote for veterans' rights and benefits, please do that. Please do that. Make sure you call, write whatever you need to do to help some veterans that desperately need it. Again, I appreciate you all for coming. I thank Mike for thinking of even letting me come and speak. And I've been waiting for this time for a long time for my dad. He didn't have an opportunity to get acknowledged. He did today. Thank you very much.
I'm going to need some help from the Chief of Police of America. Can you guys come up and put your hand?